We asked you all here this morning for a very important announcement about Los Angeles County's response to the novel coronavirus, the proclamation of a local emergency, and the Department of Public Health's declaration of a local health emergency. Since we scheduled this announcement, our Department of Public Health has determined that there are additional new cases in Los Angeles County, which our Director of Public Health will detail in a moment. First, I want to inform the public that as the chair of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, I have just signed a proclamation declaring the existence of a local emergency. I want to reiterate that this is not a response rooted in panic. We've been preparing with our local, state, and federal partners for the likelihood of this scenario. This declaration of a local emergency will facilitate our efforts to coordinate with all our partners and jointly implement effective strategies to protect our residents.
It is one of those days that we knew perhaps this was coming, but LA County's prepared. And I really do want to give a shout out to our Department of Public Health, our director and her staff, as well as our partnership with the City of Los Angeles, as well as our partners at the federal level of government. This isn't something totally new to us, but I would say to you that we have been working, our staff behind the scenes, to understand and be prepared for what is to come. And it's not with a light heart, it's really more of a steady and, how could I say, a forward thinking of how we can better prepare our 10 million residents. In the last 48 hours alone, the LA County Department of Public Health has confirmed 6 new cases of the novel coronavirus in our community. To ensure that the county is further prepared, these 2 declarations of emergency will allow us to further draw down resources from both the federal and state levels of government. We need every tool at our disposal to make sure we're ready to support any coronavirus patients who are diagnosed and to prevent any further spread. There's been too much misinformation spreading around, and as we expected, it's cultivating fears and is leading to racial profiling. We must also ensure we take preventive measures to help prevent the spread of the virus, including washing our hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, avoiding close contact with people who are sick, and to stay home if you are feeling sick.
And the need for us to work cooperatively and proactively to slow the spread of COVID-19, the disease caused by the novel coronavirus. The LA County Department of Public Health, through the authority of our health officer, Dr. Davis, is also declaring a local health emergency today. These actions support our preparedness efforts, including effectively mobilizing needed resources and partnerships, enhancing continuity of operations, planning, and seeking and utilizing mutual aid, all in an effort to slow the spread of COVID-19 and to address any challenges that may arise with increased cases and community transmission.
We've come together across Los Angeles County this morning to offer this information, this guidance, and I hope some reassurance to the residents of Los Angeles about COVID-19. We've all seen the headlines and followed the news. We know the threats that this virus has introduced to communities, not just here in this country, but around the globe. But our main message is that the City of Los Angeles, other cities in the county, and the County of Los Angeles have done everything possible to be ready. But this is everybody's responsibility. We have to be prepared. We have to protect the well-being of our loved ones and our neighbors. But before I say more about the things that we're doing in the city, I think it's very important for us to also recognize that this isn't just something for government to do alone. That it's critically important in our workplaces, critically important in our households, that we each take responsibility for slowing the spread of what we know is now here and will be here, to limit our own exposure, but not to panic, but instead to be prepared. This morning I signed as well, in coordination with Supervisor Barger being in touch with me, a declaration of local emergency for the City of Los Angeles. This is important. We're not saying that the situation in Los Angeles is dramatically worse. What we are saying, and this echoes what the CDC is saying, that the potential public health risk is elevated and significant. We expect to see more cases, as we announced here today, this week, and this state of emergency is the most powerful tool we have at our disposal.